CR-V is cleaner than many estate cars on the road. It actually is in the top 10% of all cars for pedestrian safety, and on top of that has a similar footprint to a Ford Mondeo. So these are the real facts, and therefore we would say it's very unfair that the CR-V is lumped in with gas guzzlers in that particular category. But we're actually getting more CR-V customers writing to us or calling us saying, what is the case for CR-V? Is the CR-V a Chelsea tractor? Again, when you go through the facts, CR-V stacks up really well. There's even been a newspaper article in the national press that covered off someone considering selling their CR-V and buying a large estate car. And actually, when they checked the facts again, what they found was that the CR-V, in terms of being safer, greener and pretty compact, actually was a good proposition versus that estate car. The thought process from her friends and contemporaries was all about, well, go and have a look at an estate car. Really, that's what you should be doing. It's wrong you're driving an SUV. And actually, the facts actually pointed it the other way around and made her even more stronger in her defence of CR-V. And I've found myself as a CR-V driver. Friends have said to me, one quite recently, who's got a Honda Jazz, why have you got a big SUV, a big 4x4? And I had to turn around and point her at her husband's Audi A4 Estate, which actually is pretty much the same size as the CR-V, yet our car is much safer for pedestrians and actually more environmentally friendly. So the case for CR-V stacks up from that perspective. But for me personally, with a young family, lots of space in the car, really practical, and that makes it a great proposition. Similarly, from a business perspective, I do a lot of motorway mileage, and the car just eats those sort of miles up. So whatever the context, CR-V really stacks up. One of the things we wanted to do with the new CR-V was be more proactive, and one of the things we did on that basis was to contact the Urban Alliance Against 4x4s. In the past, they've not been so willing to speak to us, even though the existing CR-V has a very good case from an environmental perspective. With the new car, they've agreed to have a conversation with us about it, because you simply can't ignore the facts. And the facts are that the new CR-V is more environmentally friendly than a Mini Cooper S. I think when they're confronted with those sorts of statistics, they recognise that they need to have a conversation with us as well.
So here's one for you to try out on your friends at home. So we all know the CR-V is built right here in Swindon, helping to support around 4,000 factory jobs. But who else knows that? Just the other day I was talking to a friend of mine who said he really wanted to buy British and he really wanted to help support British jobs. So he bought a Freelander. I wish I was joking.
New Civic was a revolution. We wanted to radically change the car. So we went right back to the drawing board, started from scratch and designed an entirely new proposition. With CR-V, it was about evolution. CR-V was always one of the most car-like SUVs to drive. So it's no surprise then, with the new model, we've made the driving dynamics even more car-like. What that means is it gains a stiffer chassis, a lower centre of gravity and a wider track. R&D have also benchmarked cars such as Volkswagen Passat and Honda Accord rather than other SUVs. Well, we know that customers like the rugged and practical feel of a 4x4, but in reality from the interior they want more cabin refinement. So the concept of the interior is to fuse these two customer needs. We've also improved the overall practicality of the car. For example, we've added a 2-tier rear parcel shelf, and a hatchback-style tailgate.
CR-V is fitted with the DPS unit, and the DPS is a dual pump system. As the name suggests, there are two pumps inside the unit. Front pump here, which is connected to the front wheels with a prop shaft from here to the gearbox, and the rear pump, which is here, connected to the rear wheels through the drive shafts. So on a normal driving, so motorway cruising, anywhere you're light throttle, normal driving, the vehicle is always in front-wheel drive mode to give you maximum fuel economy. So when it needs to go into forward drive, so for example if the rear wheels are stuck in mud or slippery condition, whatever reasons, the front wheels will spin, which means that the front pump produces more oil pressure than the rear pump, which automatically engages the clutch and the system goes into forward drive. The improvement from the previous one is the addition of this eccentric cam plate. So this cam plate engages the clutch much, much quicker than the older system, so you can go into four-wheel drive very, very quickly. Four-cylinder engines generally have a tendency to have a small amount of vibrations as the pistons are going up and down. So by adding this balancer shaft assembly to the bottom of the engine, this cancels out all the vibrations, which makes the engine much, much smoother.
The thing about CR-V is that not all 4x4s are the same. It's greener, leaner and safer than the competition. And that's our message. It's as simple as that. So we'll be sending that communication to our customers, including a sticker, so they can very proudly proclaim the strengths of their car.
Now we know that 75% of our CR-V customers have never and never intend to take their cars off-road, but it doesn't stop the car from being the #1 selling car in the sector. You see, what people want is practicality and refinement, and that's what we believe the new CR-V offers.
We're not saying this is the greenest car on the road. What we are saying is that it's the cleanest car in its class. It's actually cleaner than many estate vehicles, many family saloons, or even some small cars. Now, from an environmental perspective, it would be great if everybody drove small cars or small hybrids. But in reality, that just isn't practical. Many families need the practicality of larger vehicles. If that's the case, then choose clean, low-emission vehicles, such as the new Honda CR-V.